This is episode 109 of the Rise Up podcast. We're a morning radio show hosted by Steve and Tim on Family Life, a network of stations across New York and Pennsylvania. This podcast is a weekly conversation designed to help you think and laugh and keep your eyes on Jesus. If you haven't already, subscribe today so you don't miss a single episode. And find out more about our show at familylife.org.
Thanks for making us part of your morning routine. It's Rise Up with Steve and Tim on Family Life.
By the time your child turns 18, you'll have spent around 96% of the total time you're ever going to be with them.
Oh my goodness. There's a perspective.
Hey, let's take the kids out, spend a lot of time, but all the things are free or little money. Let's save some money today, but let's have some entertainment with the kids.
Yes. Oh, okay. So from my own childhood, one of my favorites was going with Dad to the dump on Saturday mornings, the trash dump. You know.
Can I sing a song now or background? No, I won't.
You want to.
To the dump, to the dump, to the dump, 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 to the dump, to the dump. I just did. Pardon me, please. This is where we ask for forgiveness.
Not permission.
Okay.
As usual.
Here we go.
Forgiveness. Going to the dump was so much fun. Like especially when we were old enough to help throw the trash into the big trash pile. Now, not everybody can do this free fun because maybe you get your trash picked up. You know, you live maybe in town and that's a service provided. But for us, going to the dump was always so much fun. We get stickers from the office at the dump. Oh, you probably didn't know they had stickers there. Oh, Steve, they've got stickers at the dump. Now, what I really love about this, though, is seeing my dad get to do this with his grandkids now. So some of my nieces and nephews are old enough to be able to be there. Same place I went as a kid. Same exact smell. Don't ask me how. Trash always smells the same when you get enough trash together. But I love it. It's so much fun. Never cost anything. But I wonder if my mom ever enjoyed having a peaceful, quiet Saturday morning at home because we were out with Dad at the dump. That was just one of many. I've got others I could share, but that was a fun one.
When you say mom being at home, it reminds me of when our kids were little and I had a radio job at the time and I was able to be home in the afternoon because it was morning radio. And my wife, Audrey, got a break as well when I would take the kids out. This is before they were in school, obviously. And I would do things like, go to the mall. They had a free carousel ride there.
Ooh.
That's one thing.
Now that's good.
That takes for a while. But also in the mall, they had things called toy stores, right? Toy stores. And there was no intention, unfortunately, of me buying anything. But the kids were so little, they just liked to be around toys. Yeah. They'd go up and down the aisle, and every once in a while I'd be there and say, okay, time to put that one down, or, don't unwrap it. Those kind of things. But they would be entertained for hours just being able to do things. And they were entertained and I was entertained and my wife was resting at home or doing whatever she had to do. So yeah, great fun entertainment when it doesn't cost you very much at all.
Here's another one. Mall. You reminded me of it when you said the mall, Steve. This is from my own childhood. I can't do this with my own toddler yet. And who knows if we'll be able to, because who knows if shopping malls will be around when my toddler's old enough for this. But when we were little, my brothers and I, this one requires having an older sibling along. I'll say that. Okay. We would go to the video game store and they would always have games like you could sample them. There's a controller there, which the germaphobe parent in me now is like, what are you doing touching that controller everybody else touched? And this is why the older brother is important, because not every game they've got for you to play there is a good one. So you want to have like an older brother who you can trust, who's like, hey, or older sister who can say like, oh, no, let's play this one. Hey, little Timmy, why don't we play this one instead? That was always fun. Get to play the game. You don't have to drop $30, $40, $50 to buy the thing. And by the time mom's done shopping with wherever, we all go away as a family. But that was part of the fun just in general, like just going to the mall. I remember like as kids, just getting to go to the mall, that was in itself an event. What were we going to do at the mall? What were we going to buy at the mall? Nothing. We were just going to go to the mall. There's escalators at the mall. There's a fountain full of pennies at the mall. There's like echoey, creepy music at the mall. The mall has everything, and you don't have to buy any of it. That was a fun one, and I'm hoping malls are around enough when my little girls are big enough to appreciate these things that we can do that. In fact, we are still doing the carousel thing at the mall, Steve. It's just in this day and age, That's one of the fun choices you'll have to pay for now, unfortunately.
You love the daddy-daughter time, correct?
I love the daddy-daughter time. Whatever it is,
Exactly.
I'll be there for it.
Right. And so Laura and I had daddy-daughter time when she was little, and this happened on every Saturday, pretty much every Saturday for I don't know how long, months and months and months, even a couple of years, where she was young, and we would go to Pet Adoption Day at the local pet store. Every Saturday, they'd have Pet Adoption Day from, I believe it was like 10 in the morning to like 3 in the afternoon. And my daughter, to this day, still loves dogs and loves animals. So we would, with no intention of adopting a dog, but we'd sit there and I'd sit there and Laura would just play with all the dogs. And she could do that for hours and hours and hours. And she did. And then there we were, just playing with dogs for every Saturday. She looked forward to it, and I looked forward to it, and it was just kind of a fun time. And it didn't cost us a thing until one Saturday she fell in love with one of the dogs. And so we had to go home and tell Mommy, Mommy, come and look at this dog. So we went home, picked up Mommy, and Mommy came back with all of us. And then we adopted a dog.
You did?
That's when it started to cost some money.
Yeah, a little bit.
But it was fun time in the meantime. Didn't cost us a thing to go entertain. She would pet dogs for several hours every Saturday.
Isn't there something about that? The simplicity of what a child can enjoy that I want to get back to.
Right.
Like for me, okay, not quite as cute and cuddly, but my little daughter, Steve, right now, she's 2. We love lobster time. She'll wake up from her nap when she knows it's lobster day. She'll look at me. First thing she says is lobsters. I'm like, yep, we're going to the lobsters, honey. Of course, that's us going to the grocery store and looking in the lobster tank. And her making her little pincher lobster face at the lobsters and asking them it's a good time. Oh, I love it. Like you said, daddy-daughter time. But it doesn't cost anything because we're not buying one. Isn't there something in that of just being able to appreciate the world?
Right.
Like all of it. It's just there. God made it. It's all there all the time. You don't have to pay money to take the next breath. It's just there's this givenness to the world. God's given it all to us. Kids can still see that. They can still love the lobsters. They can still love petting the dog up to a certain point without having to spend $1 just to realize it's all there. It's all a gift just to receive and enjoy at any time.
Looking through the world through the eyes of a child.
Feel free to stick around a while. We love it when you're here. This is Rise Up with Steve and Tim on Family Life.
Oh, when we're together as God's people, we're just filled right up. Morning, who's this?
Hi, this is Jude from Norwich, New York.
Jude, if your church were a food, which one's it going to be and why?
I had to think deep on this one. I was thinking maybe a banana, because as God peels the layers, like the outside part off, there's sweet parts that are revealed.
Oh, Jude, I love that. It's better than an onion because as you peel that, you start to cry and the feelings aren't
true.
as good.
And I was going to say Snickers bar because it's so satisfying.
Ooh, that's good too. What's the name of your church in the town?
It's Fellowship Community Church, and it's right down the block from where I live in Norwich, New York.
So the name of that church, and then the tagline should be, maybe on your bulletins, it should be, we're like a banana. Come join the bunch.
It's very appealing.
There you go. Yes. Bam, for the win.
Thanks for making us part of your morning routine. It's Rise Up with Steve and Tim on Family Life.
I read something that really... we love to celebrate when we reach a mountaintop in our life.
Oh, yeah.
That kind of like a celebration. And that's good. But I read a phrase about mountain peaks are to be reached, not lived. We shouldn't live on the mountain peak. Now, it shouldn't say we shouldn't celebrate it and give God the glory.
Right.
But so many times we reach that peak and you're like, yes, why don't we stay here? Well, even on real mountain peaks, things don't grow. Mountain climbers, not one, but they will tell you that nothing grows up there.
Sure, no vegetation. You can't even breathe very well for too long.
All the growth you find is where? Down in the valleys.
Oh my,
yeah.
Wow.
So
think about that.
As you approach on this Monday, February 19th, maybe you've reached a mountaintop and a peak that maybe you had, and it's like, that's great. Celebrate it.
Sure.
But don't stay there. Let's get back to it. Let's get back to our life. And if you're in a valley, well, just know that God's growing you in that valley.
Of course we're happy. You're here. Why wouldn't we be? Thanks for listening to Rise Up on Family Life.
2-year-old at home. Proud toddler dad here. My daughter, she's getting pretty good at the shapes. She's learning the shapes.
good.
You know, we're working on like the squares and the stars and the circles. We really should work on hearts next. Ooh, that's a good idea. That'll be fun. I try not to get ahead of myself, but like every little step, I'm so excited. I can't wait till we get to rhombocubohedrons. It's going to be rhombocubohedrons, 26-sided shapes. Someday she's going to hold up that piece of construction paper and say, Daddy, look at this rhombocubohedron I colored in for you. The heady stuff can wait. I'm just going to keep working on this heart idea.
You're not late. You're right on time. And we're glad you're here. This is Rise Up on Family Life.
2 people are going to get paid for watching 24 hours of dog movies.
Probably not us, but...
Not us, but we've been asking, like, okay, what's your, favorite dog movies of all time? There's so many of them.
What about Rin Tin Tin?
Rin Tin Tin.
Oh, man, that goes way back. I grew up with that one. Do you own a dog?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
What's your dog's name?
Elsa.
Oh, good girl, Elsa.
Let it go. Let it go. How often do you tell her that?
All the time. There's a really heartfelt dog movie called Hachi.
Hachi?
I'm not sure I'm familiar with that one.
Oh, you need to watch the movie. It's based on a true story about a Japanese dog.
Well, let me guess, though. The name of the dog is Hachi?
You know what? This is why my husband and I listen. We are spiritually filled, but you are so intelligent.
We need to take pause in that right there.
We love you guys so much.
Hi, this is Kim calling from Buffalo, New York. I wanted to make a comment about the Hachi movie.
Yes.
It's a true story. It is the saddest movie I have ever seen, and I will never, ever watch it again because it impacted me so bad.
Oh.
Yeah, I won't tell you what the ending is, but just the dedication of this dog is heartbreaking.
Oh.
So I'm going to leave it at that.
Oh.
But I'm going to tell you, I love listening to you guys in the morning. You are hilarious, and you make me laugh on my drive into work, so thank you.
Unless, of course, we bring up Hachi and make you cry, and
Right.
then there's always that.
Right. Yeah, please don't do that.
May the blessings of the Lord be with you in all that you do today. This is Rise Up on Family Life.